Hey, what's going on, everyone? Go blue. Let me do my little setup routine here. Let me make sure I'm being seen, and I'm hold on, mute that. All right, I'm there. First of all, shout out to Wolverine Gage. You're the first one in. You're batting first. Thank you for being here, Wolverine Gage. Go blue. Yeah, that's Wolverine Gage. I thought I might have said Wolverine Engage. Give me a second here. Let me just make an announcement somewhere else. Wolverine Gage, you're the first one in. What's your prediction for Saturday? What's your prediction for Saturday? Okay, just give me a moment here. All right, now we can start the party. Wolverine Gage says, I think Michigan wins 56-10. I think Underwood is going to ball out. You know what? I think you're right. Let's see. Marmar and the gang. I am going to pin the StreamYard link to the chat for I know at least Marmar's coming through. And so that when he gets here, or Dom, or Steve, I'm going to pin this to the chat there. All right, so the StreamYard link is pinned. Okay, I'm going to play the intro. I'm going to give my discussion points, and then I think by that point, some of the guys may have rolled. Some of them may be here by now. Wolverine Gage says, I like this enthusiasm. He says, not impressed with Wisconsin. Yeah, Wisconsin's not having a good year. I just took a look at them. They just lost to Maryland, and it wasn't pretty. So they're not having a good year. All right, I'm gonna play the intro, and then I'm gonna jump in, and then I think some of the guys will show up, and we'll chop it up. We'll talk about Wisconsin, the AP Top 25, Joe Klatt's current Top 12, all that. Let's go blue. All right, everyone. Welcome back to Big Discussions 76 Sports. I am the good doctor. Shout out to Johnny Bolden Jr. For giving me that nickname, and also for all of his expert content and analysis in terms of Michigan football and just college football overall. And shout out to the whole gang over there, Ronan, Maniac, Marmar, Maze Madman, Juju. Shout out to that whole crew over there. You know what? Let's start with the Brady Hoke drop. One of my favorites.
We understand what Michigan football means and what Michigan football is. We will always be about the team at Michigan. This is never going to be about Brady Hoke.
All right. So, the Wolverines are sitting at 3-1. 3-1. They won their opener against New Mexico. I'm sorry, long day at work. They won their opener against New Mexico. They lost to the Oklahoma Sooners down in Norman. They defeated Central Michigan, and then they just defeated the Nebraska Cornhuskers for their Big Ten opener. So their second Big Ten game is going to be against the Wisconsin Badgers. And I was thinking going into this game, that was one of the games I went to when I was a student at the University of Michigan. That second year, it was when Drew Henson took over the team as QB1, and David Terrell came back. Marquise Walker came back. They had the A Train, Jeff Backus, Steve Hutchinson. They had that stellar offense. Kind of a mediocre defense. It was good enough. You had guys over there like Larry Foote, and I think you had Remashek over there. I think you still had James Whitley. Some of those guys from the national championship team, but Drew Henson took the team over as QB1, and they defeated Wisconsin in the Big House 10-7. It wasn't a high scoring affair. Wolverine Gage says, I think we can win the rest of our games. I got us going 11-1. Well, Wolverine Gage, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Okay, so the Wolverines, next up for them is this Saturday at 12 noon against the Wisconsin Badgers. Okay, where I like to win the countdown clock. We are 2 days out, 16 hours, 48 minutes. Well, now 47 minutes, and of course those seconds keep ticking down. But let's take a quick look at the rest of the schedule. I already, you know what? For completeness, let's just go over the whole thing. Yes, the Wolverines are 3-1, 1-0 in the Big Ten, and 1-1 overall, and they're 2-0 at home. Most likely, they're about to go 3-0. Hopefully, they don't. They're not. Hopefully, they're not overlooking Wisconsin. They defeated New Mexico 34-17. They lost to Oklahoma 13-24. The team was still finding its rhythm at that point. I think it's still finding its rhythm, but I think they're getting there. The rhythm and their identity. Central Michigan, they defeated them 63-3. They defeated Nebraska 30-27 in a game that should have been a blowout, but there were several self-inflicted wounds by the Wolverines. Marmar's coming in with his enthusiasm. Hold on, Marmar. So this week we have Nebraska, and then I think this is the big game right here. So hopefully the team is not overlooking Wisconsin, and I think everybody is wondering, everybody's looking ahead to see what's going to happen out in Southern California against the USC Trojans. Give me a second, Marmar. After that, the Wolverines host the Washington Huskies. The Huskies just lost to Ohio. They just lost to Ohio. I'll just leave that there. Then we go up to the team goes up to East Lansing at the end of this month. The Wolverines host Purdue. They go out to Northwestern. They come here to Maryland. I have to get my ticket for that. And then they host Ohio on November 29th, which a lot of us are looking at. But the big game this week is Wisconsin. So what I'm looking for this game, I think everybody wants to see improvement with the wide receiver core. So Wisconsin, apparently they're very strong in terms of their run defense, and they're very weak in terms of their pass defense. So Michigan should look to exploit that. And I saw news that Sharon Moore and the coaching staff, they're shaking up the wide receiver core. So look for some names that we haven't seen thus far, to get in there and get their opportunity to bring in those balls that Bryce is throwing, because Bryce he's been dropping some dimes, but the guys haven't been pulling them in. So look for that. I think Rod Moore's going to play this game. So look for Look for the defense to continue to improve. They got a good pass rush on Nebraska, but we really need to see the improvement in the defensive backfield for those young guys, and hopefully no more dumb penalties. I'm looking at you, Brandon Hillman, and fewer penalties, fewer self-inflicted wounds. I think that's what I'm looking for. So better play from the wide receiver core, just better overall play from the defense. When you got the guy, when you got the quarterback, wrap him up. Same thing with the skill position players out in space, and no dumb penalties. The prediction is for Michigan to win this by 2 touchdowns. I'm not going to read this entire thing. Michigan is expected to win this game by 2 touchdowns. The prediction for the Nebraska game was pretty on point, but Michigan could have won that game by more. Okay, so that's what Michigan is predicted to win the game by. I think all of us are expecting them to win the game by more, and we want a convincing win heading out to Southern California. The AP Top 25, I'm going to sprint through this right now. Michigan is ranked number 20 in the AP Top 25. Okay, so we started off the year at number 12. And then after that, Oklahoma lost. We dropped down to 23, 24. And then over the last couple of weeks, Michigan has ascended back up to number 20. I think in another poll, they're number 19. Okay. Before I bring Marmar up, I saw this before I started the stream. This is Joel Klatt. He's going to be doing this all season from this point on. But he's ranked his top 12 already. Okay. And Joel Klatt does not have us in there. So Joel Klatt's top 12 right now includes Ohio, Miami of Florida, okay, Oregon, Texas, Texas Tech, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Alabama, Penn State, Georgia, Notre Dame, and South Florida. That's Joel Klatt's current top 12. A lot of things can and will happen between now and the Big Ten championship game when they pick the field. And I think that assuming Michigan wins this game, the USC game is huge. Okay, because if they win that game, then I think that the Wolverines will be on their way. And I think they can run the table up until Ohio. But yeah, I think that's going to be a huge game. Can they win that game out west on the road? USC has they have a good quarterback. They have that one good wide receiver. Their defense seems to be pretty weak. Can the Wolverines get that game and then catch fire for the remainder of the schedule? I think if they do that, by the end of the regular season, Michigan will be in the top 12. All right, with that, I'm going to bring up Marmar, and he's going to give us his outlook on all of this and more. You're muted. Gotta unmute yourself.
Hey, how y'all doing today, man? Welcome to the Big Discussion Sports 76. You feel me? With my boy Anwar and your boy Marmarsky. We here to talk some Wisconsin, Michigan preview football. Welcome, audience. I just want to say this. Ohio State offense has scored 145 this season. Michigan has scored 140. Ooh. I'm coming in with heat. Oh, yeah. So another thing I want to bring up. When Harbaugh used to face number 1 defenses, number 2 rush defense in the country, what did Harbaugh used to do, Anwar?
I'm sorry, ask me the question again.
So when Harbaugh used to face the number 1 Russian defense and the number 2 and the number 3 Russian defense, what did Harbaugh usually do in games?
All right, Marmar. He keep running the ball and he run the play action.
Okay, he run the ball. He run it down their throats just to prove that they was what? Wasn't what?
Soft.
That they was never them number 1 defenses, the number 2 defenses, and number 3 defenses rushing in the country. Why? because that's what Harbaugh formula is. Sharon Moore, Connor Stallion said something today. He said everybody talking about how what's the face don't run the outside zone and compared to the end zone, the inside zone, but he has run it 200 plus times. So Sharon Moore has. So you're gonna get a mix of both. And then another thing I want to point out. Bryce Underwood chose the offensive coordinator. So everybody want to talk about Chip Lindsey, but Bryce Underwood chose Chip Lindsey out of all the candidates that were there, right? Okay, I don't want to hear no more talk about Chip Lindsey.
I hope Dom doesn't show up.
I love Dom, but Dom, Bryce chose him. He had a phone call with every single one of them, and he chose Chip. Bryce chose Chip because of what he did with Drake May. You see Drake May? You see him lately? Does he looking good? Doesn't he look good? Mm. And he started as a rookie. A rookie. He beat everybody out. Even I don't know if Cam Newton was there, but he beat Mac Jones out. But now Mac Jones is getting it done for the 49ers. It's all about system. What system fits you the best? Do you think Bryce Underwood would do good in the LSU system right now compared to what he's doing in the Michigan system?
Nah.
Because Nussmeier was, on the boards, they had Nussmeier as the number one ready quarterback to go into the NFL. Well, he ain't displayed that. This year 5 for him, and he's still looking mediocre. I know you watched that LSU Ole Miss game.
Mm-hmm.
He was missing throws. And you've been in this system with this offensive coordinator. And audience, let me bring something else to your attention. Michigan about to get dangerous. From week 1 to Nebraska game, yeah, it was 30-27. So was the 2021 game. It was 29-32. And Michigan went on that run. They took their first L in East Lansing. And then after that, they ran on all cylinders. This seemed a little similar this year. Oh, and people want to talk about Ohio State defense. Hold on, let me break this down. Yeah, they shut Washington down. Was that Ohio State? Or that was that Washington incompetence to score in the red zone? They had every opportunity because they was moving that ball up and down the field. And they went away from the run game because they was gassing Ohio State. 5-6 yards here and there. But they stopped. They ran away from the run. And then Ohio State played keep away in the second half. That's it. They only scored 145 points on offense, and Michigan only scored 140. And we got a freshman quarterback that started for the first time and only been in the system this year. Unlike Ohio State, Julian Sampson been in that system for 2 years, and he's putting up the same numbers as the freshman quarterback at Michigan. So tell me what is the difference right now? Oh, the defense. Because these offense can't score. Look at Texas. They were struggling the game after Ohio State. Then they played Sam Houston and went nuts. Now you got to go to Florida. Are you gonna go nuts on Florida? Let's see how Manny plays. Then we'll make our sentiments about who the better team in the Big Ten is. Because the Big Ten wide open. You don't know who's gonna come out of that. You don't. You can't sit up here and tell me that that we know who's gonna come out of it. Well, I'm gonna say this, and I'm not saying this because I'm a Michigan fan. I'm just saying Michigan is getting better when they need to get better. We see against Wisconsin. If it looked better than the Nebraska game, let's say, hey, improvement week went well. That's all I'm saying. Florida State with the upset over Miami, coming off the loss to Virginia. They're gonna be determined. Costello, whatever his name is, the quarterback, he gonna play better. That's a big game down there in Florida this weekend, or whenever that game is. That's a big, big game. That determines if Miami is for real. I come in cooking.
Yeah, you certainly did. I want to thank Blue Wolverine. Thank you for the generous $5 super chat.
What up, Blue Wolverine?
Marmar, so what are you looking forward to be different from the Wolverines this week? I saw reports that
I'm glad you brought that up, Anwar. I'm glad you brought that up. We all know the answer to that. We want to see receivers catching balls. Don't be scared to take the hit. You signed up for this. You're going to get lit up catching the ball. But, hey, when you get up and go back to that huddle, you're going to be like, all right, let's eat. Sometimes you got to get hit to get to going. When the tough get going, what you going to do? You going to sit there? You going to mope? Nah, you going to get yourself back up. And you're going to keep trucking until you get it. You remember what Coach Boone said to remember the Titans? I want perfection on each play. Perfection. That's it. That's what I want to see.
Okay.
If the receiver catch the ball, the receivers catch the ball, that opened up everything else. Now that offense lethal. It's deadly. Then all you got to do is just tell the defense to play in their spots. Sullivan looked like a motherfucking animal. Yeah, he missed something. But hey, listen, it's football. You're going to miss. You're going to hit or miss. But you want to hit more than you miss.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got Rod Moore, the leader on the defense, getting them in the spots. He know that playbook. You know Wink's playbook backwards and frontwards because he had all year last year to study it. That's deadly. Then Zeke Berry coming back. Then you got Sanders coming on. Then you got Shamari Earls getting some play time. You got Jair Hill breaking on balls, almost had an interception. I like that. I like what I see. It's about to get dangerous. They about to, like Duckling Duck. Remember that? Duckling Duck? It's about to get dangerous. Oh.
Dangerous.
Oh.
Let's get busy.
Oh. And the Reasons already got now Sharon Moore ass. Sharon, he ain't playing. He had 2 weeks to say, all right, let me get my shit together. Excuse my French. We about to go crazy.
Okay. Well, I'm hoping for some jump balls to McCulley. He's 6'5".
Yep.
Just throw it up. Let him go up and get it. That's what I'm hoping to see.
Let me say this. I want to see them go downfield just to keep the defense honest. See, when you go downfield, they can't plug the run gaps. If you want to get Marshall going, you have to open it up for him too. Not just Haynes. You have to open up for both of your running backs. Then give your 3rd and 4th running back some carries here and there. Just to keep the defense honest. Oregon ran 4 running backs. That's crazy work. That's crazy. You do that at Michigan, you become lethal. Because now they gotta watch 4 running backs. And you got 2 explosive ones in the back. Cuzzo and Jasper Parker, they look dangerous too.
You're right.
They can go nuts in games. Too. That offensive line is coming together. Did you see that video of Grant Newsom going 8? Yes. Wolverine Gage, exactly what I'm saying. I want to see y'all punch that number 1 defense in the mouth, Russian defense in the mouth. I want to see that. Okay,
so Marmar, sounds like you want to run right at him.
Run through him. How you take a run defense? How you stop a defensive end from getting off the edge? You run at him. You run at him.
Okay. Yeah. Just stick with the strength. See if you can get the passing game going. And I hope that
make that your strength too. So people prepare for all your strengths, but they don't know which ones is coming first. Football is chess. That's it. That's all it is. Chess. I gotta methodically move my pieces to counter your methodically movements on the board. And we ain't playing fast chess. We're gonna win this checkmate them chess. I ain't in New York hitting the time clock. You go. Nope. We ain't playing fast chess. You don't need to play fast chess in football.
Okay.
You win in the trenches. You went through your toughness. You went through your fundamentals. You stay fundamentally sound, nothing could go wrong. You might give up here a couple plays, but as long as you dominating, that's all that matters. That defensive line looked good in the Nebraska game. Let's see if they can push West. Listen, if they push Wisconsin around, look out. Look out. Did you listen to Wink today?
Marmar, I didn't get a chance to listen to Wink. What did he say?
Listen. Stop playing. Buckle up. It's y'all. Just buckle up. In the words of Wink, buckle up.
Okay. I was watching Sam Webb and Vance, and they said that he's still looking for that solid front four, that rotation.
Listen, I respect them. No. This is a 12-man playoff. You need to play. Hold on. You need to play as many as guys you want, but you need to make sure they fundamentally sound. That's it. You found all 8 in the Nebraska game.
Okay.
They were pushing that offensive line around. Then Crippen stepped up for our offensive line. Come on, huh? We not doing this.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk football. We're gonna talk football. See, this is my thing with things. I get people being realistic and optimistic and things. I get all that. I get that. But hear me. Just hear me. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's respected. But in the trenches, there's no respect. They trying to bully guys. And that's what you started to see. It's coming along. We was getting pushed on the defensive line in Oklahoma. We just wasn't capitalizing. You seen what we did in the Central Michigan game? That would have been, if that wasn't the case of improvement, then that game would have been like 28-10.
Mm-hmm.
Did you expect Bryce to run on Nebraska defense?
Well, Marmar, I mean, the goal was to turn him loose. So
I no, but did you expect that run? Did you expect that speed? I didn't. I'm just being. I thought he was the. I didn't see him run for real. I seen him at the Central Michigan game, but they weren't big runs. But that was like from the 50, the 40, 47-yard line, and he beat 3 of them. That was impressive. And he's a freshman, and he's starting college football for the first time. Hide your money, broke people around. No, I was playing. Uh, but all I'm saying is that's impressive. So now,
Run.
now, hold on. Now, Wisconsin got to prepare for Bryce legs, Justin Haynes legs, and Jordan Marshall legs. Jordan finally got off. I liked it.
I did too.
He got he got speed burst, don't he?
Yeah.
I didn't know he had that in him. Tony Alford is over there cooking. I thought he didn't have it no more. That's what the Buckeyes were saying. He don't. Tony A don't have it no more. He don't have it no more. No, he don't. I'm just going over here to drink my moonshine because Tony can't recruit. Oh, we got Savion Hyder. He going crazy in high school right now. Going crazy. You see the numbers he got? That's crazy. And he playing in Virginia. Virginia a hotbed for football too. Cooking. Did you see what Dusty May did today?
I did not.
He got the #3 recruiting class for next year.
Wow.
Crazy. They investing this money into Michigan. Watch out. We about to flip targets again. They not playing no more. We about to be a hotbed.
Okay. If anyone else wants to join us, the link is pinned there to the chat.
Pop on up. Join me. Because I'm cooking today.
Okay. So Marmar, let's take a quick, brief look ahead. Okay. So assuming
Okay.
Michigan handles business on Saturday. Okay.
Yep.
When we talked, you didn't sound worried about USC.
You said I am. Nope. Did you watch that Illinois USC game?
Yes, I did. I saw them come
Okay.
right back. And they mismanaged at the end.
Okay, but there wasn't no defense in that game.
No.
When Michigan plays, there's gonna be defense in this game. It's gonna be one defense, and that's gonna be Michigan's defense. Michigan like top 3, top 4 defense in the Big Ten right now. I don't care what nobody say, they are. Okay? That's it. With NFL talent, they just gotta get there. So Big Ten's trying to be the best conference. Period. USC ain't got no run defense. That one throw they threw to the Allard, what is the quarterback at Illinois' name?
Luke,
Luke Alomar, whatever his name is. Anyway, Luke threw that little side screen to the running back. He cut to the side, take it up the field. He wasn't even running fast. They still couldn't catch him. What you think if Justin Haynes see that hole and burst through that? And you know the Michigan fans gonna be in the Coliseum like it's Olympic night. It's gonna be like a home game for the Michigan people. They gonna come out, the team gonna come out, see the fans support them. They're gonna be like, yeah, this is why I went here. It's gonna be crazy. It's a night game too, and it's on TV. Michigan ain't. They said, let's see what we learned from the Oklahoma night game. Let's see how Sharon Moore coached that game. Alomar, thank you, big brother.
Yeah, Altmaier. Yeah, it was at the tip of my tongue.
Altmaier, yeah. He looked at mediocre against the defense. He was getting passes off. I think Bryce is better.
I think you're right.
Listen, Michigan State went there, almost came back and won that game. I ain't trying to hear none of that. The last 2 games USC that looked shitty. So you scared? You worried about USC for real?
Well, Marmar, you know they're making the trip out west.
Okay.
I liked the
Hey,
way the
hold on.
Mayava kid played.
He held on to the ball too long. You ain't gonna be able to do that against Michigan defense.
No. Certainly not. I Michigan's got good pressure. Michigan's got yeah, we have a good pass rush.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. And we gonna dial it up.
Wolverine Gage said it seems like the same old USC team. Lincoln Riley hasn't proved that he can win.
Thank you. Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Lincoln Riley ain't looked good since Stoops. And that's when he was a coordinator.
Okay.
How you gonna have a quarterback like Caleb Williams and go 7-5 in the Pac-12? Stop it. Then you went 7-5 last year.
Okay. I'm gonna bring up Joel Class bracket one more time.
I already seen it. I seen it the other day. I ain't trying to listen to that, man.
Well, Marmar, it's still early, so yeah, if Michigan keeps winning, then I don't see why they won't jump in here somewhere. Yeah.
They ain't gotta respect us. ESPN don't respect us. Fox don't respect us. CBS don't respect us. NBC don't respect us. Nobody respects us, but that's cool. Like Mike Barrett said, be careful who you make the villain, bro. Sharon got all that out of the way now. Ain't nothing looming over him no more. Let's see what that do. I'm talking for the team. I'm talking for the fans. I'm talking to the fans. I'm talking to the haters. Y'all can hate, but Frankie going this way. Get ready. It's about to be a show. People gonna be like, who is these guys? Yeah. Oh, Sharon got that talking to? Yeah, he got that talking to. They suits came to his house. Hey, if you don't use our money the right way, you ain't gonna coach no more. Watch how he coach. He gonna be looking fickle right in the eye. He's shooting bow and arrows. Cause that's an Ohio State guy. That's not motivation. I would be telling my team, hey, that's a former Buckeye over there. What we gonna do to him? Show him what we about to do. They ain't gonna come in our house and beat us. No. Yeah, we got USC next week, but where you handle that? But today, we drink and stomp on Badgers. Badgers. We the Wolverines. We Wolverines. We rule that wilderness in that cold tundra. We'll take on a pack of wolves and walk up out of there. A Wolverine, a Badger can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Saturday's gonna be epic. It's a big noon. Then we got Dave Portnoy and Ann Arbor. Dave Portnoy finally making the trip to Ann Arbor. That's gonna be epic. The fans gonna be riled up. David Portnoy gonna be riled up. The team gonna be riled up because they hearing the number one Russian defense is coming in here to shut down your run game. All week they heard it. What you think about that number one rush defense? You ain't got an answer. Them running backs listening to that. I know TA telling them that. Hey, the number one defense coming in. What y'all about? What you gonna do? Justin Haynes got to cut out this world. He see one shoulder out inside, he cut to the outside, he taking it. That's it. Stop. You're gonna see. Michigan gonna test them in the first couple series. They're gonna test them, see what they can do, get away with. You know, when you football is like, let me test this out of this formation. And if it works, you're gonna switch up the formation and keep running that formation till they stop it. That's what I'll do.
Yeah,
Till they stop it.
I think Justice is our team MVP up to this point.
I didn't hear y'all say that again.
I was saying I think Justice is our team MVP up to this point.
Yes, but he's bringing along just Jordan Marshall with him. I know they sitting down like, hey, Justin, I'm Justin, you Jordan. I'm like, hey, you got this, bro. Yeah, I may be getting off on mine, but you can get yours too, bro. It's nothing. Get out your head. Let's go eat. Let's be the best running back duo in the nation. Let's both be out there in New York City for the Heisman.
Yeah, what does Johnny call him? Law and order?
Law and order.
Yeah, if they can get that passing game going, man, then they will do some damage.
Did you hear him talk about the receivers? He brought up Browder.
Okay.
Browder should have been playing already. See, sometimes if you throw a person in the game, they can show you something. We've seen it throughout the years of college football. Like, where this guy come from? Nobody was talking about him, and then he just show up. Because sometimes people big time gamers. Some people just be riding the bench and not be able to show their talent because people just want to show favoritism. See what you got. Then roll with the punches. You know, every bout is 12 rounds. You ain't got to knock them out in the first round all the time.
Okay. Wolverine Gage says Haynes is number one in rushing in the Big Ten at this point. Okay.
We need to make Jordan Marshall number 2. They gonna see red, bro. It's like a bull seeing red. When you see red, you go crazy. I believe in my team. You know what I'm saying? I got faith in them, not like God faith, but I got faith in them, like because I was born there. What you from? You from Michigan too?
Nah, I'm from Buffalo, New York.
Okay.
Yeah. Go
How you make
Bills.
your way to Michigan though?
Grad school. Yeah,
Okay.
grad school.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's
Where you graduate? Where you graduate formally?
But before that,
Yeah.
I went to Johnson C. Smith University in Charlotte. It's a small HBCU.
Nah, it ain't. Okay, represent. Signify.
No, I didn't pledge nothing. But yeah, so I went to Michigan for grad school, and my first year was Tom Brady's last year.
Okay, and why? Okay.
Yeah, so I saw.
How did you like Ann Arbor?
Oh man, it's beautiful. I miss it. Yeah, I miss it.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, you got to go see it, man. They building it up.
Yeah,
They are building it up.
Different. State Street. I used to live like right near the big house. So every Saturday, all these cars that come out of nowhere, people be parking and walk into the big house. So yeah, man, that was my spot, Ann Arbor. But I'm a Buffalo kid. Yeah.
Okay. Your Buffalo Bills trucking. They look like they're gonna win They look like they're gonna win the AFC again.
Man, we're hoping. We're hoping. We've been joined by Keegan. Keegan,
what up,
what you got on this week's game and the rest of the season?
I think this weekend's going to be good. I'm excited to see our defense. I think there's going to be a lot of pressure off the edge. And I don't know, they don't have a quarterback, right?
Nope.
So, Barham is going to be going off. And so we'll see.
Hey, Keegan, I like how you came in swinging.
Well, he asked, so um,
Facts.
I'm kind of excited to hear like the Jamar Browder talk because as soon as we picked him up and I wanted to see him like emerge later on in the season. Like I don't know if he's going to play much, but like I want to see him play a little bit and see what happens, you know, and you know the opportunity has seemed to have created itself for those guys to come in and get some more action. So I'm not done with Channing Goodwin, but like if you're not performing and we're getting to the midpoint of the season, we got to see all options on the table and just see what happens. So and um, the young guys can't come in making mistakes like bad penalties on 3rd and long and or second. Say it's 2nd and 6, and we're doing a run play or something, and somebody jumps off sides or some sort of hold or something like that. That's the problem with the young guys.
Marsh,
Um,
yeah.
but I would like to see them. I think this is going to be a game where we can kind of test the waters with the young guys and not like get bit for it if things happen because the defense should be able to carry us in this game, even if we have mistakes on the offense. Um, but the offense might do something too, though, because I think the run game is going to be just fine. I think it's going to do well. If I were them, I would open up the pass game and then follow with the run game. So yeah, I kind of think it's going to be a blowout. I mean, I kind of with all the I think there's going to be some turnovers, and I just got a large score, 48-7 for Michigan. I know that's like blown way out of proportion, but it's just kind of where I'm at and what I think is going to happen in the game. And it's never like that. You know, there's always bad things that happen in games, but I'm
That's it.
expecting
Well, Keegan, that's what the Nebraska game would have been
right.
without some of those errors.
It should have been a blowout.
Should have been.
Yep. But we will see coming out of improvement week what has been cleaned up. See,
Right.
when you play with discipline, all that goes away.
That's the word I was just thinking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean they got to focus on the fundamentals too with the receiving group, like on catching and just like reps and reps and reps on the jug machine and um,
Yep.
that's what I'm hoping a part of that coaching experience is coaching Bryce to um, slow up on some of the short passes, like don't throw them so hard.
Touch on the ball. Yeah, that's right.
I don't know if it's touch or nerves because like he's been throwing them hard at those short passes and it's too hard.
Well, you know who that
Uh,
reminded me of a little bit? It reminded me of Joe. Because Joe was rocketing everything at all of his targets.
well, like if a receiver is 1 yard away, do you throw a bullet? So if you extend that, if the receiver is 5 yards away, if he's 10 yards away, if he's 15, like what do you how do you define that? And so it's not always the receiver's responsibility to catch the ball if it hits him in the hands. Like they've got to work with Bryce on that. He's got to take a little bit off those short passes, I think. So I think that'll be a part of the coaching that has gone on last week and coming into this week. I would hope that that's been worked on a little bit because that'll make a big difference, and those drops won't be. We won't have as many drops. I mean, there's still like human error on drops, but it would be much less if he took some heat off those short passes.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Keegan, do you see Michigan making it in the top 12 by the end of the season?
Well, I think they'll be in the playoff. I don't know. what their rank will be going into the playoff. I think that every game on the schedule is winnable, and I'm always an optimist, so I'm always going to say we're going to win out. So I'm biased in that.
Facts.
I'm
Facts,
biased in
Keegan.
I'm biased in
Facts.
that way. But like
Facts.
so where you could like put some question marks is are on the Washington game
Those two
at
Pac-12 schools. Yeah,
what's that?
I said those two Pac-12 schools,
Yeah,
USC and
so
Washington.
yeah, yeah. I think I think Washington is going to be tough. I think. I mean, ask me on the game week, and I'll say we'll kill them. But just like basic analysis, I think Washington is going to be a tough game. I think USC is going to be a tough game, and uh, we don't have Illinois, right? So Maryland. And you never know with Michigan State. I mean, game week, we're all going to say it's going to be a blowout, but you never know with Michigan State. And you don't know about playing Maryland in between, right before the Ohio State game. And they got a pretty good mobile quarterback, I think. So um, we just got to see. And then you never know with the Ohio State game. I know we're all optimistic, and we've proven we've got proven success against Ohio State. So uh, yeah, I mean, I get it with the logic that we might not make the playoff, but like as a trajectory, I don't see a reason why we can't. So, and we could win out. Who knows? I mean, you never know with injuries
College
and
football.
coaching decisions and officiating and all that comes with college football. So, but yeah, I would pencil that into the playoff.
Okay. Wolverine Gage says Cal U is actually pretty solid this year.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
and they probably have a lot to
For
prove
what?
after last year. So we'll
Who is
see.
it?
Michigan State, little brother.
Oh, yeah. We'll see. We don't want to get to the point where Michigan State was, you know, um, D'Antonio, pride comes before the fall, and we were calling him little brother, and all of a sudden they beat us a few times. So we don't ever want to get to the point where, it's not a rivalry. You always have to take your rivals seriously, and so I don't want to get to that point in like Michigan fan propaganda. I know that's some of the fun of it is the disrespect. So like I don't want to take that away from people, but you don't ever want to take your rivals not seriously.
Hmm. I agree. But Mike Hart did say that right as the the Lloyd Carr tenure was coming to an end. So um, probably the wrong time to say it, but that had a lot to do with what happened afterwards.
They had a good program too. D'Antonio was a good coach.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, gentlemen, I'm gonna we're approaching an hour here, so I'm gonna wrap this one up pretty soon. Give any final words on Saturday? Should be pretty straightforward. We've seen stranger things happen, but you guys have any final words?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna go.
I can
Go ahead,
comment,
Keegan.
Marmar, and then I'll drop out so y'all can finish. Yeah, just to wrap it up for me, I think I'm expecting a blowout. You never know in college football, but that's what it looks like in analysis at this point, I think. But I appreciate y'all having me up, and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, Keegan. Go blue.
Go Blue.
Go blue, Keegan.
Okay, you sir. What say you?
All right now. Saturday is an important game. Why is it important? To see what we cleaned up and what we have improved on. Will we get better or did we digress? Some of the questions that we want to see in this game. We want to see us pound the rock against the number one rush defense in the nation that only allows 75 yards. They held Alabama to 75 yards. But this is a different run game. We know how to get scheme. We know how to set up our run. Bryce, freshman, look good. He's getting better. He chose the offensive coordinator. He did because it fit his style. So in my final word, watch out. Keep your eyes on us. We just gonna creep up on you. And when we do, it's gonna be too late. Because you should never slept on us. Go blue.
Okay, sir. I'll talk to you. I'm sure I'll talk to you before the game, but we'll give our reaction afterwards.
Go blue.
All right, go blue. All right, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the stream up. If you're on the replay gang, let me know. Let us know in the chat what you think about what's gonna happen on Saturday. Hopefully, everybody stays healthy. You know, we're getting I think we're getting El Hadi back on the offensive line, and some of those other players who were banged up should be back. I think Rod Moore is going to play in this game. Cut down on the penalties. When you have the quarterback, wrap them up. And can we get some production, some good production out of the wide receiver core? I want to see more jump balls thrown to McCulley. I like seeing jump balls. The kid is 6'5", and those should be pretty easy completions for him to make. So with that, I'm going to wrap the stream up. Thank you to everyone who watched. If you're watching on the playback, please like, share, and subscribe. Respect to Bo Lytle. Respect is earned. Guys, I'm a published author. I wrote a sports-related book. If you want to purchase a copy, the holiday season is coming up. Maybe you have a youngster in your circle who could use something like this. It's a book about what sports teach you about life. The Fab Five making an appearance in here. Coach Harbaugh makes an appearance in here. Yeah, so I'm selling the signed copies, the hardcover for $25. Is it 25 or 27? For you guys, 25. The paperback, I'm selling that for 22. Use one of those methods in the ticker. Send me your mailing address as well. And yeah, it's a critical stretch. Assuming Michigan takes care of business in this game. Next up is two former Pac-12 schools, USC and Washington, and then Michigan State. And I think if they continue to ascend and to build and stay healthy, Michigan could be in Joe Klatt's top 12 by the end of the regular season. And if they don't win the Big Ten, they can secure one of those at-large bids. So let's see. Corey says Michigan 31-7. Michigan controls and dominates. Okay. And he says that he says go blue. All right, let's end with a I play the hell out of these Brady Hoke drops. Let's get one from Jimmy.
With the right approach, with the right work ethic, with the right team first mentality and teamwork, that you can make anything happen. You can bring anything to life.
I was watching I think it was Joel Klatt and Colin Cowherd, and it is true. Jim did go through an evolution. Prior to COVID, he was like a WWE wrestler, doing all kinds of things, tweeting, taking his shirt off, sleeping on the couch, jumping in the pools. He was very much like a WWE entertainer when he first got to Michigan, and then after years of getting humbled by Ohio State and Urban Meyer, he started to settle down. And then I think what happened during the COVID year just kind of transformed him overall. And when he came back after the COVID year, he was more more measured, more fatherly, more grandfatherly, more a more mature coach. I guess losing to Ohio State 6 straight years and having a paltry bowl record will do that to you. Let's see how Sharon grows and matures and changes for the duration of his tenure. All right, everybody, go blue. Go blue. As always, remember that your attitude determines your altitude. Always try to do your best. Take care, and I'll talk to you the next time. Look for us to give some post-game coverage after the game on Saturday. Go blue. Who's got it better than us?